Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another NaNoWriMo vlog. It's actually Wednesday, so I didn't write Monday or Tuesday. That's the best start, I guess. But it is what it is. I have written a little bit today. Actually, I can pull it up on my computer and see how much I wrote. I've written 852 words today in a half hour, and I'm gonna do another half-hour sprint right now. I'm sorry if I'm talking weird. I went to the dentist like an hour ago, so my cheek and my tongue are numb. So I'm sorry if I'm slurring my words a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna write for another half hour and then get to the rest of my day. But I did finish the scene. This is actually like the longest scene so far. It's around 1,300 words. And this is the scene where Betty sees Finn for the first time. So he walks into the dad center. She's there talking to her friend Hugh. And she sees him and she's like, he looks cute. He's cute. But Betty is not an outgoing person. Like, she's really friendly with her friends, but if she doesn't know them, she has a really hard time talking to them, so she doesn't say a single thing to him. He talks to Hugh and she like hightails it out of there, so he doesn't even know her name. And now we're gonna go to Finn's chapter. So Betty is gone, but he is going to be talking to Hugh, and like he's gonna ask about Betty, obviously, because he saw her and he likes her. So we're gonna finish that today. And so I have my Scrivener document set up to tell me like how many words a day I have to write to hit 50,000 words by the end of April. And at this point it says I need to write 2,040 words every day to hit 50,000 words. And that's honestly not that bad. And I know I can write 2,000 words in a day, but I am going to try to write more today. I'm going to try to hit, well, obviously at least the 2,000, but I'd like to hit around 3,000 or 4,000 this today, because I have the extra time to do it. So I'm going to really try and like push and power through and get that done. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go do another half hour and I will talk to you guys afterward. Okay guys, so I finished Finn's scene. It's 965 words, which brings my total for today to 1,817 words. And with that, I have officially finished chapter 3. So in this scene, Finn is talking to Hugh about like doing his project and working at the dad center, and Betty's already left, and so he's like, ooh, I kind of like Betty. And he's supposed to be, he's kind of uptight, he's kind of a loner. So is Betty. Betty's kind of a loner, and he's like, I'm supposed to be experiencing college, and so, you know, what's more college like than seeing a cute girl and deciding you want to be with that cute girl? So he's talking about doing his project with Finn, and he mentions like, who is that girl? And or with Hugh, and he was like, that's Betty, that's my friend. And Finn's like, is she your girlfriend? And he was like, no, but just like, don't hurt Betty, basically. He says, don't hurt Betty. And Finn's like, do people even still say that anymore? And he was like, I don't know, but I'm saying it anyway, because he was kind of old-fashioned. Like, he's definitely kind of the young professor vibes, because that's what he wants to be. He's writing his dissertation. So yeah, and Finn likes Hugh and Hugh likes Finn, so all three of them I think are going to end up being friends or hanging out. I really like Hugh. I didn't plan anything out with him in advance, and he has ended up being like really fun to write. He's very lighthearted. He likes to laugh a lot. So yeah, so Finn leaves and he has a plan to come back next Thursday to start working on his project with Hugh. And he's like, Betty, I hope you're there on Thursday. So yeah, it's really cute and I'm so excited. I'm having fun writing it. So that's chapter 3 done, and now I'm on chapter 4, and things are gonna start like picking up, because in chapter 4 Betty tries to work on her nature writing project and doesn't work out for her so much, and then she goes on a walk and she sees Finn, and Finn like talks to her and they exchange numbers. So that's what happens in chapter 4, and I'm excited to get to that. So far in the whole project, I have 4,890 words, so we're hoping to add a good chunk more to that today. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break and maybe go for a walk. I don't know. I want to go for a walk today, but I'm debating like going later versus going now and what's going to be better. So yeah, but I'll see you next time I write. Hey guys, I'm getting ready for my walk because I got distracted by TikTok, but I wanted to let you know about this podcast that I've been listening to by National Geographic, and it's called Overheard, and it's basically just like these people talking about a certain subject, and you hear from different experts and things like that, and it's really interesting. They have, I think, like 4.5, 5 seasons on, well, I mean, I listen to it on just the podcast app on my iPhone, so I really enjoy it, and it gets me like super pumped and creative while I'm walking outside, which is some of my favorite time to like think of ideas and stuff like that. So yeah, I figured I would share it with you guys because maybe one of you will find that useful. But I'm going on my walk now, and I will write later. Bye. Hi guys, so it's a lot later. It's 8:30 right now, and I still have a few things that I want to get done today, so we're gonna alternate between writing sprints and working on my praxis stuff. So the plan is for the next 2.5 hours to do a 20-minute writing sprint, 30 minutes of praxis, 20 minutes of writing, 30 minutes of praxis. Do 3 rounds of that, and then it's time for bed and just go to bed. I think this is doable. Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, I'm still hoping to hit that like 3,000, 4,000 word mark. I don't think I'll hit 4,000, but I definitely can hit 3,000, so that's the goal. And I'll update you guys along the way. My first sprint is done, and I finished a scene. So in this scene, Betty tries to write her project the way she normally does, sitting down, just trying to power through it, and it obviously does not work for her. She ends up making a mind map where she doodles and has a little bit of fun, but then at the end she feels like she wasted her time because she didn't actually write anything for her project. So she goes out and starts walking around campus, and I really enjoyed writing that, just talking about like what campus looks like and how it feels to her, especially in the winter. So that was really fun. And then somebody calls her name, and now it's Finn's chapter, and he sees her and he's gonna meet up with her. So, or not Finn's chapter, Finn's scene. We're still in chapter 4, and Betty's scene was 753 words. So that brings our total for the day up to 2,570, and the total for the project to 5,643. So I'm going to go do a half hour of praxis work and then come back and do another 20-minute sprint. And hopefully it's as successful as that one, and I get in another like 700 words, because that'll put me past 3,000 for the day already, when I wanted to do one more 20-minute sprint after that. So yeah, I will see you guys then. Hey guys, this computer light is doing me no favors, but I just finished my second sprint, and I didn't get as many words as I wanted to. I got 654 words, which still puts me over 3,000 for the day. It puts me at 3,224 and 6,297 words for this project so far. So I'm going to go and do another round of praxis studying, and at least do another half hour of praxis studying. Then I'm going to come back and finish this scene, because I have a little part to add to the beginning of this scene and a little part to finish up at the end, and then maybe we'll call it a night, because I mean that's 3.5 scenes, 1 3/4 chapters that I wrote today. Pretty happy with that. I'm trying to catch up, obviously. So yeah, in this scene, Finn and Betty are having like their first conversation, and I didn't really picture them the way they are. Like, I pictured Betty how she is. Betty is, you know, studious, she's focused, she likes the things that she likes, and she likes them a lot. And I guess I pictured both of them a lot quieter than they are. And Finn kind of says what's on his mind, and Betty babbles when she is nervous. So that's kind of cute to like discover that while writing them, and it's been really fun. So yeah, okay, no more talking to you, no more wasting time. Gotta get to studying and then writing, and I don't know that there's gonna be another round of studying tonight because I'm really pooped, but yeah. Hey guys, happy Thursday morning. So today is the last day of this vlog, and I'm kind of hoping to pull a big number today. I'm hoping for 5,000 words. That's gonna be a lot, but I think it's manageable. If I get 5,000 words, that's going to put me, ooh, that's incorrect. Oh, I pulled up the wrong story. I pulled up my second novel on Scrivener, and it looks the same because you can't change Scrivener themes. Like, you can only change the theme over your entire Scrivener, not for each individual story. I mean, you can change it. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, I have this pulled up, and like, it said that it looks like my book is almost done, but that's just because that's the old word count for my second novel and not for Betty and Finn. This is Betty and Finn. I'm at 6,297 words for the whole project. I didn't write any more last night, which is fine, but I'm kind of hoping to hit 5,000 words today and get to the 10,000 word mark. And also with 5,000 words, I'm hoping to finish at least 2 chapters. I think that's totally doable, if not get into that 3rd chapter. So I have chapters 1 through 4 done already, and obviously I'm moving on from there. Duh. It is so hot in my house. It's like disgustingly hot. But that's how the weather changes in New England. Gotta love it. So yeah, I think I'm going to do similar to what I did last night and alternate between writing and doing other projects. So I have a couple of other things that I want to get done today, and so I'll write a little bit, get some of that done, write a little bit, get some of that done. That's where we're at. I have been working on my Pinterest board, so if you haven't seen my Pinterest board for Betty and Finn, I guess I'll link it down below, and you can go check it out. And I just want to find a picture of Hugh because, like I said last night, I've been loving writing Hugh. He's a lot funnier than I thought he was going to be, and I just can't find a photo that I feel like is him, does him justice. So it's driving me a little bit insane, I'm not gonna lie. I've been on Pinterest like more than I should be. So yeah, that's what's going on today. I feel like there was something else I wanted to tell you. Oh, and today we're gonna work on, in my notebook, sorry, I'm just finding the page for you. I set up a page to record some words that I feel like relate to Betty and Finn. Because one of these Scrivener things you can use, I can't, like, one of the Scrivener tools, there we go. One of the tools is to put tags on your writing, and I really want to do that, especially for this novel and probably going forward, because I think it'll be a really helpful editing tool to kind of see the ebbs and flows of certain themes throughout my novel, and so I'm not necessarily going to put a lot of pressure on myself to do that through this first draft, but I do want to have that in mind and keep thinking about words that I feel like really relate to these characters and this story in particular, so that I can go back and put those in each chapter and each scene and be able to see like how consistently I'm bringing those up, and if I can see like high points and low points within those. So yeah, I think I want to add some words onto that list today as well. Okay, so I'm gonna stop talking to you and actually get to work. I'm being a very big procrastinator today. Oh, I kind of excited there. Elle Kennedy is releasing a new book in September, which is like 4 short novellas for the original 4 characters in her off-campus series. I'm super pumped for that. I'm not gonna lie, because I saw the image for the cover first, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed because I wanted it to be books about Jake's friends, because I found them very interesting in the Briar U series, the spin-off series. He has all these friends from, I think it's Harvard, all these hockey boys, and I want all of their books, so you get 4 more books out of those boys easy, but that's okay. I will take what I can get, and I'm very excited for it to come out in September because I love those books, and they're actually the books that like started me on reading college romance. I mean, I had read it before a couple of times, but not consistently, and so it was definitely Elle Kennedy's books that got me back into it, and now she's releasing another one, and I can't wait. Okay, now I'm done. I'm gonna write for a half hour. Let's go. First half hour sprint is done, and I did really well actually. I got 965 words in one sprint, which is pretty good if I do say so myself. I don't think I'm gonna keep up that pace all day, but even for one sprint, I'm really happy with that. I am writing a scene from Betty, and she's trying to write her paper again, but this time she's like getting real negative about it, and she's just gonna write about how much she hates stars and hates nature and hates everything that has to do with this class. And then in her impulsivity and her frustration and her anger, she's gonna type it all up and email it to her professor. Yeah, but she's sitting in the common room of her dorm, and she's going to make a friend there, and I'm excited because Betty needs a friend. We all need friends, and I don't have anything planned for her, just like I didn't have anything planned for Hugh, but apparently those are my favorite characters. So she's gonna meet her briefly in this scene, and then in chapter 6 they're gonna have a movie night together. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, maybe a 15-minute break, and just sit for a minute and try not to melt in this heat. And then I think I'm gonna go straight into another sprint because I don't like it when I don't finish the scene that I'm on. So I'm gonna go straight into another sprint and finish this scene and start Finn's right after my little break. Come in. Good job. Hey guys. So I'm almost done with my 4th 25-minute writing sprint of the day. That's my dog, as per usual. She's always barking at me. Ugh, okay, here we go. I have 10 minutes left of my last 30-minute writing sprint. Or I guess my not I'm struggling so hard with my words. Not my last 30-minute writing sprint, but I wanted to do 4, so this is the last of the 4. And I am at 2,830 words for today, which is pretty good. I'm on the 6th chapter. 6th. really struggling with that word. I'm on the 6th chapter. I'm on Betty's scene. And so the 5th chapter ended. We saw her at the, in her common area writing, and then we see Finn, and Finn calls his mom and has a conversation with his mom about kind of what's going on with him and wanting to stay at school. And so she's like, we want you to come home. We're worried about you. You need to work through this. Whatever this is, the reader doesn't know yet. And he's like, give me a semester. I want a semester. I want you to let me stay here for 1 semester and try and figure it out. And if it doesn't work, then I'll come home. And his mom agrees. And she gives him like some things that he needs to do during the semester to, you know, get to stay. And he agrees to that. And then they say goodbye. And then that's the end of that chapter. Now, I don't know if I'm crazy or not. You guys will let me know if I'm crazy when I post this, but I'm considering getting rid of chapter 7 and chapter 8. So in chapter 7, Betty is working on her project again, and Finn is meeting with a math advisor. I honestly don't think, like, maybe Finn's chapter could be moved to somewhere else, or Finn's scene could be moved somewhere else. Like, maybe that'll be useful, but I don't think Betty's, like, we don't need to see Betty working on her project again. We're on chapter 6 and we've already seen her work on it twice. So I think that's enough until, like, it finally clicks, because she has tried it a few different ways. So I'm considering getting rid of chapter 7 and chapter 8. So what happens in chapter 8 is, oh, I guess I have to keep, no, honestly. So in chapter 8, Betty gets a D on her paper and she's upset. And then Finn is doing research and his mom calls and she lays out the rules. And so I kind of forgot that I had put that in chapter 8, and I had already written that in chapter 6 or chapter 5. So that's not really necessary. And the chapter after that, chapter 9, Betty goes to Mirror Lake with Finn because she texts him about her grade. So there's no reason for me to, like, have those be 2 separate chapters. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of chapters 7 and 8 and just skip straight to 9. I don't know. I think that it's fine to make this draft smaller because, sorry, I'm just like so distracted by how disheveled I look in the viewfinder thing. I'm not worried about this being too short as long as it comes in anywhere between like 40 and 60,000 words. That's what my goal is. Then I'm really not worried about the length, and I would rather have more space to add like more better scenes between the two of them, because this is a romance. It's supposed to be about them, and we're getting like some of that tension in the last couple of chapters where Betty's thinking about him and Finn's thinking about her, and we get to see that a little bit. But I don't think there's any point in dragging it out for a whole bunch of chapters where they're just kind of doing their own normal college thing. So yeah, we're gonna skip those 2 and just go straight to 9. Yeah, but I'm not done with chapter 6 yet. I just started Betty's scene in chapter 6. So I'm gonna write for another 10 minutes, and then I need to do some other things because I think I'm getting a little burnt out from, you know, 2 hours of writing today already. But I have 10 minutes left of this last sprint. I just had to stop to take my dog out, so that's why I picked up the camera and I filmed an update for you guys. But I think I'm going to do the next 10 minutes and then work on something else and come back to it later tonight and maybe do 2 more 30-minute sprints and try to get me up to or close to 5,000 words for the day. So that's the plan.